Hello everyone. Welcome back to the series of MuleSoft integration with Snowflake. In this session, we are going to solve below use case. Okay, first try to understand what is the use case here. So the use case, we need to read Snowflake configs from properties file. Okay, this is our first step. Then the input value, we need to pass via dynamic. Okay, we should not hard code to fetch the customer data based on the limit. Suppose in the table, there are 1000 rows. There are 1000 rows. I want to fetch only 10 rows. These 10 rows, okay, that 10, okay, the user has to pass this value, okay. So whenever the user is going to pass 10, so we need to retrieve 10 rows from the database. And the very important thing, we need to read configurations from properties file, okay. Let's do it in a practical way. Let's go to Anypoint Studio. So here I'm going to create another Mule configuration file. Just give right click and click new. So if you want, you can create new project here. I'm going to keep it as my config. Okay, my config db dev.yaml. Okay, so this is my configuration file. So here I need to configure the values. Sorry, so this is my project name, right? Okay, just to create another flow name here. Mule configuration file ViTech Snowflake configs and limit. Okay, so if you want, you can create the project name as same name. Okay, now the very important thing, first we need to drag the HTTP listener. Okay, just drag here and set the port. I'm setting the port as 8081. Next, configure the path. This is for previous one, I think. Resource path. The resource path, I'm going to keep it as use case 2. I'll keep it as select. Okay. Just drag the logger here. So this is for logging purpose. Inside the use case 2. Okay. I'm going to keep it like this. Next, we need to retrieve, right? So in order to retrieve, we need to select with the Snowflake select option. Suppose I'm going to delete this one. Okay, remove this module. Okay, how to add this module? So in order to add this Snowflake module, go to search in Exchange, type Snowflake here. Click on very first one. Just click on add and click on finish. Okay. So as soon as if you add this one, okay, you will be able to see these connectors. Okay. Now, in order to retrieve the values, we need to identify select connector. So here we need to configure. In last use case, we have configured the values. Okay. We have configured the values by using like we have hard coded. Okay. So everything we have hard coded here. But in our use case 2, we need to configure the values from external file and we have to read those values. Okay. Just observe. So this is one way. This is one way of accessing your database. But our use case is you have to read the values from properties file. I'll cancel here. Now just click plus button so that you can able to configure the values. So before this, what you need to do, we need to create configuration file. How to create configuration file or properties file? Okay, just go to source main resources, just give right click on new, click on file. Here I'm going to mention my config db -dev dot YAML file. Okay, YAML file, or you can go with the dot properties also. Okay, YAML. So here HTTP. See the port also you can configure here. Okay, if you want 8082, 8083, 884, something like that. Okay. Now we need to configure DB values. Okay, DB : okay, double spaces SFC. Okay, Snowflake connection here. Now what are the configurations it is required? Okay, so in last session we have seen, right? Okay, how to gather the account name, warehouse, database name, schema, username and password, these values. So again I'll show you. You can go to our YouTube channel, type ViTech Talks, go to playlist. So the playlist name is, okay, Mule with Snowflake integration. So here I have explained, okay, the introduction video. Okay, this is for introduction video, and this one is for how to create Snowflake account. And in the use case one, I have explained how to take the properties file. Okay, how to take the properties from Snowflake account. Okay, before watching this video, just watch these two videos. Okay, now let me copy this. Let me copy and I'll paste it here somewhere. Okay, just observe account name. Okay, so these values we need to configure. So my password is just @123. Later I will change this one. Better you can keep these properties using in double quotes. Okay, so first we need to set the properties here. This is my username, password. So if it is properties file, okay, if it is dot properties, then no need to keep it is in a double quotes. Okay, if it is YML file, we need to keep all the values in double quotes. Here just observe. Okay, first I need to mention my account name. Just to copy this one. So under SFC, give 2 spaces. Then you have to write it like this. Now warehouse. Okay, this will be under SFC. It's like we need to follow indentation. Okay, indentation is very important. Okay, these properties all will come under db.sfc dot account name, warehouse, database, schema, user, password, and role. Okay, see we can hard code. Okay, so in the first use case, whatever we have done, so that is also correct. But in our real time, we used to follow this approach because later on, suppose I'm going to change my username. Okay, instead of going to touch all the flows, okay, what I will do, just I will change the username and password here. That's it. Okay, that is an advantage. Now, so once you create a file, what you can do, you can go to your flow and click on this global elements. Okay, click on create here. Okay, click on create. So here, just type configuration. Here you need to select configuration properties. So this is very important. So here we need to select our file. Okay. So what is our configuration file? My config db -dev.yaml file. Okay. Now one step is done. Now go to message flow. So here we need to configure. Okay. Click on this plus button. Okay. So if you want, you can give the configuration name. Okay. I'm going to give it as external config so that I can easily understand. External config. See these caps. See, this is very important now. How to access the values from properties file. So by using dollar and flower braces. So here you need to mention db dot sfc dot account name. Okay, this is very important. Now again dollar db dot sfc dot warehouse. Now db dot sfc dot database. See, you have to make sure all the key values should be correct. Okay, there is no spelling mistakes. So if we have any spelling mistakes, then you will get some errors. Okay. So this is the best approach. See, even I can create a project like, okay, so before starting the video itself, but I want to show you how we are going to do step by step. Okay. Now show password. See here, here you have to provide sfc dot password db dot sfc dot. See, once you configure, then it will be very easy to do operations. Okay. Now just click on test connection. We'll see. Okay. So we are getting 500 error. Okay. So why we are getting this 500 error? YAML configuration properties only support string values. Make sure to prop with the okay double quotes. See, we have given all the values in double quotes. Okay, let me check. Just give okay. Go to this one. See, here it's missing 8081. Okay. But so far we are not using this port. So far we are not using this port. I mean, we are not reading from configurations. Just we'll see. Just give test connection now. Okay, now just observe here. Could not find configuration property value key tb.sfc.account name. Okay, so what is the issue here? Just observe. See, account name we have given here. Okay, fine. Now go to properties. See here we have given as a N is capital letter. See, either you can change it here or you can change it in configurations. Okay, I'll make it as account name. I'll copy here. I'll go to external config and click on edit. Let me change it here. Now just click on test connection. See how beauty it is, like a test connection is successful. Now we are able to read the values from properties file. Okay. See, in future, if I change my password or my username or test connection, anything, so I don't want to touch this flow. Okay. What I will do, just I will directly go here and I will change the values. Okay. So that is an advantage. Now go to message flow. What is our use case? So one step is done. Read configs from properties file. Now fetch customer data based on limit. Okay. The input value we need to provide as an dynamic value. Okay. First we'll try this one. Okay. Fetch customer data based on limit. So how we are going to do it? See, there are multiple ways we can do that. Okay. Just write the query, select star from customer. Okay. Before this, what I will do, just a second. I'll go to Snowflake. Okay. I'll log in with the Snowflake account. First, we'll perform the operation over there. It is cool 07, my password. So, okay, select star from limit has 10. See, if you don't provide this limit, what will happen? It will fetch all the values. Okay. So this is the query. Suppose I want only 5 rows. So what we can do? Select star from customer limit 5. Okay, let me copy this query. Just paste it here. Okay. As of now, okay. As of now, just paste it here. Now, just drag the transform message. Okay. Just I need to print the payload, make it as Java to JSON. So, okay, whatever the output payload it is giving, I have to print the same in a Postman or Thunder client. Now, just observe. So every time it will give the 5 values. So why it will give 5? So because we have hard coded here. But this value, it should come from user. Before this, what you can do, just take one variable, okay, before calling this. So I'm going to keep it as limit. Okay, limit is my variable. Okay, let's make it as limit. So here, so how are you going to pass? I'm going to pass the value as in query parameter. Okay, just click on this fx, type attributes dot here you can see query forms dot limit. Okay, now go to select. See, there are two ways. Okay, first I'll show you one way. I'll remove this limit also. Okay, select star from customers. So if you go to advanced, if you click on this advanced, so what you can do? So here we have max rows. Okay, here you can type vars dot limit. Okay, so always what it will do, dynamically it will pass the value and it will give you the results. Let's try to run this project. Let's try to run. See, it's very simple. First, we need to configure, okay? So the configurations are very important. Okay, these are the things are very important. Okay, let it run. Okay. So meanwhile, what we can do, I will prepare the endpoint for this new request use case 2. I'll keep it as limit. Now, localhost 8081, it's not a select. So we have given as use case 2. Then after that, we have given as a limit, right? Limit or select. Okay, let me check. See, now it is deployed into our local system successfully. Just try to see. Okay, resource path. This is my resource path. Use case to select. How to pass an input? Okay, we need to pass via query parameters, right? Like here we have query parameters. Just click this one and type as a limit. Okay, limit. So I need first 2 values. Okay, I need 2 values. Let's try to send. See how beauty it is. The value it is taking as dynamically and it is fetching the value. Okay, now I want 5 values. See, am I changing any flow? Okay, are we doing any restart? No. See here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is how we can set up. Okay, I want only one. I need only one. See here, we are getting only one result. This is one way of doing, and another way. So this will be the same. Go to select Snowflake, go to advanced and remove this one. Okay, or else copy this one. Copy this, cut it. Go to your query, click on this general. Okay, now observe carefully. So here we have to write. Okay, we have to keep it in a data wave expression. It's like in a double quotes. Okay, so now it is a string, right? Customer. So we have, so how we normally write, right? Okay, select star from customer list. Okay, sorry, limit. So based on this limit, we have to test the value. Okay, now give plus plus here. Just type where's dot limit. We'll see what is the issue. Unable to resolve value for the parameter SQL. I think it has to be number, right? As number. I'll keep it like this. Okay, as a number. I think in the background it is still it is refreshing. Okay, see, it's very simple. So what we are doing, select star from customer limit. Okay, that we are going to keep it in double quotes. Okay, see, even this query also we can keep it in our YAML file. Okay, instead of writing here, so what we can do, you can write it here. Okay, the query, db query or something like this, and you can access that. See, there are number of ways. Okay, that you have to practice. So while practicing, you will get to know. Okay, now let me try to hit. See, now we are getting one value. Okay, I need to fetch 5 values. Okay, see how beauty it is. Even this query, okay, this is get query, right? What we can do, we can go to your favorite browser and you can type here. Okay, I want 10 values. See, you are getting 10 values. See, I need 100 values. Just you can pause like this. See how beauty it is. See, we are getting 100 values. See, here you will be able to see 100. Okay, I want 1000 values. That's very quick. You can pause. Okay, this is how we can do it, guys. Okay, this is how we can do it. This is the beauty of dynamic way of pausing. Okay, so how dynamically I'm passing? Okay, just we need to set one variable here. Just you need to set one variable here. So that variable we need to append. Okay, that you need to append with your query. That's it. That's very simple. So even you can pass it via input parameters. Okay, so here also you can get that value. Okay, that will also work instead of going to take any variable. Okay, so that also you can do it. Now I want to fetch only 3 values. So what you can do, just change the limit as 3. See 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is how we can fetch based on the limit. So now the very important thing is here the configurations. These configurations you have to keep it in one ML file or properties file. Then you have to we have to add those configurations into configuration.properties so that we can able to do test connection successfully. Then in this flow, okay, in this flow we have to add the values, whatever the limit. Okay, the limit will come from this variable and it will append as a dynamic way and it will fetch the values. Okay, yeah, now we have successfully completed our use case 2. Okay, yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching this. We'll see you in the next video. Happy learning.